Dwayne Wade, coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there. And we're going to talk about how the New Orleans Pelicans beat the Clippers 124-109. Pelicans go to 24-46 and 15-21 at home. The Clippers go to 34-35 and 15-20 on the road. The Clippers lead the season series 2-1. They do play the Pelicans again later, so we'll see how that ends up going. So the Clippers won the first quarter 40-26. It was looking like the Clippers gonna get an easy win over the young Pelicans, but the Pelicans came right back and won the second quarter 34-20. Then they won the third quarter 36-25. In the fourth quarter, 28-24. Nobody seen that coming. Even the Clippers was a little shocked at how the Pelicans was playing against them, and it was good to see. Quieter Claw Leonard, 29 minutes, 25 points, 9-12 from the field, 4-6 from three, 3-3 from the free throw line. He had 8 rebounds, and the 8 rebounds ended up being the most on the team. He had 1 assist, 4 turnovers, and 2 steals. No personal fouls, and was a -10 and plus minus. If he gets 25, that's a good night. You know it's going to be hard to stop him from doing it. Make him work for it. Make him over dribble, overthink, force him into some settles and some tough shots. And if he makes them, and if he takes them, you just have to take it with a grain of salt and say, well, he did his job. But this was a game where they didn't stop him. They didn't really take his game away. He just was great enough to make it look easy. The thing about it is you still won by double figures, and you still allowed everybody else to have a marginal impact on the game. John Collins, 24 minutes, 18 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block, 3 offensive boards, 4 personal fouls, and was a +1 and plus minus. I like the way he was finishing. I like the way he was rolling to the rim. I like what he was doing on the glass. He's a really, really good player for them. They took a gamble on him, and he has been a good, productive player for the Clippers. Derrick Jones Jr., he played 29 minutes. He only had 4 points. They need a little bit more from him. And this one, he went 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, even 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Just didn't shoot the ball that great tonight. He tried to do things defensively. He tried to help out in other areas, but they needed more from him offensively if they was going to win this one too. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, and he finished as a -2 and plus minus. Brook Lopez, 31 minutes, 11 points. He went 5 of 12 from the field and 0 of 3 from the three-point line and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So he ended up having a decent scoring night. If he gets in double figures, you're happy with that. He only grabbed 5 boards. He did have 4 assists. So he played a good team game. Of course, you needed a couple of those threes to go down, but it just didn't happen for them tonight. 3 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, was a -14 and plus minus. Darius Garland, he had a solid game. 13 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 6 assists. 6 assists ended up being the most on the team. He had no turnovers. He had a steal and a personal foul. It was a -11 and plus minus. Just a good game of understanding what he needed to do out there and just trying to make counters and adjustments and just understanding how to put the ball in the basket or make the right pass when it was necessary. Isaiah Jackson, 19 minutes, 10 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 6 rebounds. That ended up being the most off the bench. He did have 1 assist, 4 turnovers, and still in the block, 5 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a -9 in plus minus. Chris Dunn, he didn't start today, but he still did play 26 minutes. He had 6 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field and 2 of 4 from 3. So he ended up scoring a lot of shots for them because of the 3-point shooting. But could have made some more. Just didn't go his way. 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 4 personal fouls, and a -11. And plus minus 5 minutes for Bogdan Bogdanovic. He didn't do much but miss a 3. Still grabbed a rebound, still dished out an assist. He had no turnovers, no personal fouls, was a +1 and plus minus. Jordan Miller, 23 minutes, 13 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from three, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 offensive rebounds, no personal fouls, and a minus 15 and plus minus. You just happy to get double figures from him. If he gives you that, especially because it was efficient too, that's something that you have to be happy about. And he's capable of doing. He's been doing it a lot this year for them. And you just want to see him keep that up. Kobe Sanders, 15 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and a minus 7 and plus minus. This could make a shot really in this one, even if it was open. Sean played 5 minutes. He had 2 points because he went 1 of 3 from the field. His only misses was threes. He went 0 of 2 from three. He did have no turnovers, no personal foul, was a +1 and plus minus. And then Cam Christie, 5 minutes, 4 points. He went 2 of 2 from the field, made all of his shots. He had 1 turnover, 1 steal, no personal fouls, and a +1 and plus minus. New Orleans Pelicans, Herbert Jones made some shots every once in a while, went 2 of 4. That's as many shots as he made, besides going 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He also went 1 of 2 from three for 7 points. He was the only starter for the Pelicans not to score in double figures. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 5 steals. The 5 steals ended up being the most on the team. Gotta love that. He's still bringing that defensive intensity. He did have 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a +3 and plus minus. Zion Williamson, he ended up scoring, doing the usuals. But he only had 14 points because he only played 28 minutes. They ended up getting the lead, and they was able to hold on to it. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a block. 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and a +11 and plus minus. Trey Murphy, 40 minutes. They ended up being the most on the team. He had 23 points. He went 7 of 17 from the field, 4 of 12 from three. Missed a lot of shots out there, but he kept firing and kept being aggressive, even on the glass. He finished with 7 boards. He had 5 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals, and a block. And then he had 3 personal fouls and was a +9 and plus minus. Trey Murphy is one of their best players. He's one of their best scorers. And if he can just continue to work on his game, he can be an all-star caliber player before his career is over. I mean, that's what everybody dreams about. That's what everybody wants. You might as well try to make it happen. And then DeJounte Murray, I've been saying he's looking good on both ends of the court. 17 points. He went 7 of 12 from the field, 3 of 7 from three. He had 4 rebounds and 11 assists, so a double-double. Took his time, was reading what the defense was trying to do. It wasn't really forcing the issue most of the time. He did have 6 turnovers, still trying to get that feel for the game back. Every team provides its own challenge, and we know that the Clippers got some solid defenders and Dunn and Kawhi that can make things tough and play in those passing lane or strip you. 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, and a +9 and plus minus for him. And then Sadiq Bey was scoring closer to the basket. Tonight he had a 3-point shot going two. He went 5 of 10 from three and 10 of 21 from the field and had 25 points. When him, Zion, and Trey Murphy and DeJounte are going, which we haven't really seen too much of them because of the injury to DeJounte, they can be a tough team to cover and a tough team to guard. And we just have to see what else they do as the season continues to come closer to an end to get an idea what they can possibly be next year. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals for Sadiq Bey, and he had 1 personal foul and had 4 offensive rebounds and a +19 and plus minus. Carlo got some offensive boards that led to baskets, and he also splashed in the three. 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 4 of 8 from the field, 9 points, 8 rebounds. The 8 rebounds ended up being the most on the team, and he did that only in 25 minutes, which was good. 1 turnover and a block, one personal foul in the +21 and plus minus. Derek Queen had one of his better games, and it was mainly because he was able to get to the free throw line over and over again. He went 9 of 9 from the free throw line. He made a three because it was wide open, and he also went 2 of 4 from the field. 4 of 14 points. He also had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, and was a +4 and plus minus. E. Macy played 19 minutes and had 4 points. He went 2 of 3 from the field. He had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 3 blocks. The 3 blocks ended up being the most on the team. He's tall, he's long, he's athletic. He can do that. And then 2 offensive boards, no personal fouls, and a -7 and plus minus. And then Jeremiah Fears played 18 minutes. He went for 11 points. He went 4 of 6 from the field. He also went 1 of 2 from three and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 1 rebound, 3 assists, and 3 turnovers. And this one offensive board was the only rebound he had, and no personal fouls, and was a +6 and plus minus. If he can give you efficient double figures in points, you're happy with that. He doesn't do it all the time, but when he does, is a good thing. And then 53% from the field for the Pelicans, 51 for the Clippers, 43% from three for the Pelicans, only 29% for the Clippers. That's a big reason why they lost this one. The Clippers took 6 less threes, and the Pelicans made more than they did on a better percentage on top of that. And then on top of that, they shot 21 free throws while the Clippers shot 13. The Clippers shot 77% from the free throw line while the Pelicans shot 95. You don't see them do that all the time. 40 rebounds for the Pelicans, 36 for the Clippers. 32 assists for the Pelicans, 24 for the Clippers, 18 turnovers for the Pelicans, 15 for the Clippers, 12 steals for the Pelicans, 10 for the Clippers, 6 blocks for the Pelicans, 2 for the Clippers, 13 offensive rebounds for the Pelicans, 14 for the Clippers, 27 defensive rebounds for the Pelicans, 22 for the Clippers, 14 personal fouls for the Pelicans, 17 for the Clippers. Um, just a really good explosive game from the Pelicans. The Clippers, they didn't really expect them to attack them the way that they attacked them. They didn't really expect them to make the shots that they was making. They was trying to make it tough. They was trying to make it difficult. But the Pelicans had the answers. They was able to get what they wanted and do what they wanted. And if they wasn't, it was at the free throw line. So this is a tough game. You never know what happens every game. You never know what to expect. You don't know how it's gonna go. You just try to prepare yourself and make it as challenging as you can as an individual, and hope your teammates do the same. But I feel like the Clippers came in this one feeling like we should get this one. We gonna win this one, and then the game went too south for them, and they could just never find a way to get everything back under control and get it back the way they wanted it to be. And since it got out of hand, the Clippers ended up losing one that they should have got. But you got to give credit for the Pelicans for coming to play and making it extremely difficult for them to get what they wanted. And even when they were, you was able to give it to them right back. And that's something the Pelicans don't always do, but they've been doing it a lot more lately, and they've been winning more games than people didn't think they should. But since that pick is gone, might as well just try to go out there and compete and see what you got, and see what you can build on to next year. Since they done, it looks like for the rest of the season to be a play in the playoff team. So play with some pride, play with some fun too, and see where it leads you. You ain't got nothing to lose at this point. So the Clippers have more to lose since they want to be a playoff team. They don't want to be in the play-in, but it seems like they're going to be locked into one of those spots anyway. And we'll see how their season and their journey continues to go until the season is officially over in a couple more weeks. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis, man.